right, everybody. Welcome back to another session of Beyond the Eye, session 4 today. So previously on, let's get some background here. There we go. So previously on Beyond the Eye, our Spelljammer mini campaign that we've been having some fun with. The party, after being stranded in the Astral Sea, are hunting for a way back while serving aboard the Valinar Hawk, the ship of the finest privateer in the whole Flotsam Navy. And in order to try to find their way back through the wormhole to their home, this Grand Lorien, of course, they are agreeing to help the crew of the Valinar Hawk deliver a top secret item, I suppose you could say, which is a dragon egg. The dragon egg, stolen from its mother, was being sold on the black market, but was confiscated by the royal family of Driftwood and is being returned to the mother, who is said to live aboard a comet known as Galahad's Arrow. And so after finding their way to Starsight Tower in order to chart the path of the comet so that they could intercept it, as Galahad's Arrow only streaks through the Sindrian sphere once every 50 or so years. The party managed to defeat some strange creatures that were assaulting the astronomy tower, and managed to get to talk with one of these scholars who agreed to chart the comet's course for them in exchange for their help in defending the tower. So where we left off, the party has just been taking a little rest while the scholar works and charts their course for them. And they were eating some strange fruit that only grows in the Astral Sea, and reading some books and talking a little bit with the scholar as they rested. And so that's where we return, with the continuation of our hunt for Galahad's Arrow in order to find the dragon, return the egg, and hopefully request that the dragon help the party get home. Oh, what good timing with that song. So welcome everybody, and we'll get back into it. All right, Starsight Tower. So I believe where we left off, Iris, you were talking with the scholar Celine.
Mm-hmm.
And she was discussing, as she kind of worked a little bit, she was discussing with you constellations, because she was rather fascinated by the fact that a Circle of Stars druid like you didn't lose any of your magical powers once you were under completely different constellations. She came to a sort of conclusion that there must be equivalents of the chalice, the bow, and the dragon. Ones that were allowing you to continue to use your powers even under the light of different stars.
Yeah, I got lucky.
Indeed. So as you chat with Celine and she continues to work, Glacy, you were reading some of the books that line the tower. Adam, what were you up to? You were reading some of her old notes, right?
Yes, I was going over some of the charts and whatnot that she has on her desk over here.
Indeed. I forget what exactly I said last time. But I think it was just some details about Galahad's Arrow, right?
Yeah, it wasn't anything specific. It was just how often the comet goes through and things like that. But that was about it.
Yeah. I don't think there were any major revelations, so if anyone wants to know what that was, then they can just go watch the last episode. So, as you guys rest, Adam, was there anything else you want to do after you read that little passage? Because everybody else is kind of busy except for you. So I just wanted to ask, just in case. But you can just rest if you want.
Yeah, I would probably just be resting at this point,
enough.
especially after the harrowing combat with those rats.
The rats.
Fair enough.
The rats.
Resting and trying to get the image of 5 exploding rats out of your head. So as Glacy reads and Adam rests, Celine continues to just bustle around grabbing pages and papers, sort of talking to herself, but you're in the proximity, so she's sort of musing to you as well, Iris, as she talks to herself. And as she's kind of bustling about and grabbing papers, she just kind of offhandedly says, well, I do wonder why the Surlons attacked the tower, though. Whatever could their motive have been?
I start thinking.
Did the one that you fought say anything to you about it?
Let's see. Oh, didn't. I don't think so, right, guys?
Not that I remember.
Yeah.
It was more of a shoot first, ask questions later type of deal. So I don't think we asked too many questions beyond the. Are you going to poison us?
Oh, well, I suppose that's fair enough. I'm missing one of the old charts from the last time Galahad's arrow coursed through this sphere. That was, well, long before my time now. I think perhaps it's downstairs. Just one moment. She runs down, scurries across the chamber, and heads down the stairs.
Does she need an escort, or
she's just like speed walking? So you can go with her if you want, but she didn't request anything.
I'd feel safer, especially if there were more of these Surlon creatures around that nobody goes by themselves anywhere.
Fair enough. You can go with her, though. Iris, do you do anything while she's gone? She's only gone for a few minutes, but I might as well ask.
Let's see. I'd probably start examining these plants here. You know? Just to see what they're all about. And like the cute little butterflies flying around.
Make an arcana. You've seen the butterflies outside, but make an arcana for the flowers.
Okay, arcana. An 8.
Then you're not really able to determine much more than what Celine told you last time, which was just that they grow under starlight. So they grow at night rather than during the day. But you do notice that the butterflies, they seem attracted to the flowers. You'll notice that they have this glow just like the flowers do. And you'll notice that every once in a while, one of the dimmer butterflies will land on one of the flowers, and then its wings will start glowing, and it'll flutter off again.
Ooh, fascinating. I adjust my monocle as I watch.
Adam, Celine just kind of bustles downstairs back to the floor where you fought the Surlon, and begins to sift through all of those books.
Okay, can I make I'm
go
sorry.
Ahead. Go ahead.
I wanted to make a perception check just to keep just a casual eye out to make sure that nothing's going to ambush us again.
Yeah, sure, go ahead. You keep your eye kind of towards the door, and you strain your ears for that slithering noise that the Surlon made as it made its way across the floorboards, but you don't hear anything. You don't see anything either.
Okay, it's just for precaution's sake. So I let Celine do what she needs to do while making sure that nothing jumps out at us.
Yeah, the only thing that you hear is just Celine occasionally going, "No, that's not it." And then she'll move to another bookshelf, sift through a bunch, including picking some of the books up off the ground that have been sort of strewn around. No. And she works like that for several minutes before eventually she finds the book she's looking for and begins to flip through it and goes, "Oh, that's strange."
Everything okay?
Well, there's a page missing. Perhaps we should head back upstairs.
Okay. And I let her go up ahead and I'll follow behind.
Yeah, she makes her way back up the stairs. And Iris, you kind of notice them return back up to the astronomy tower. And she starts to kind of muse aloud as she's flipping through this book, and she says, the page that was missing. I'm trying to strain my memory to. What was it?
Oh, there's a page missing?
Yes, this was the old. Oh, this was the old set of charts. But
Oh, no.
they're not here anymore.
I kind of look at Adam, like surprised, before looking back at her. So, what does this mean?
Well, I don't think any of the scholars would be as irresponsible as to just tear a page out. They would copy it if they needed to reference it. I suppose it means...
That,
Continue.
do you think that the Sirlon might have had it on them?
That...
They did seem to leave the downstairs in quite a state of disarray.
That could explain why they all left. They left one behind to take my place, and the others left because they found what they were looking for.
I was about to say, if I had burned it in that heat of battle, I'm sorry, but if that's also an option, let's go with that.
But
actually, Glacy, since you are a you have the magic spell book of yours, is there anything that you can do to maybe like look at this and fix it? Is there enough of the page that if we could mend it, or is there something that we could like I don't know how your magic works.
Lacey pushes herself up and moves over to the desk, leaning on it, still getting her blood back in. Let me double check.
Yeah, I don't know if that's an option for us, if it's something that Glacy can do. Like I said, I don't know how Glacy's magic works.
Yeah.
I'm afraid I don't either.
I am reading the Awoken book, Wizardly Quill. It's a quill that doesn't require ink. Time to spend is equal to 2 minutes per spell. Erase everything with just a wave of the feather.
I'm pretty sure you don't have anything that would do it.
No, I don't have things that can just recover lost knowledge.
Darn.
But why would Sirlons have interest in Galahad's arrow?
Can I talk to the other two for a sec?
I suppose so. I've work to continue.
You guys do your work. Go on. Go.
I give Celine a kind nod as we step over with Glacy.
Listen. If those bugged brain slither fuckers are after that Galahad's arrow, which means they could probably be after the dragon getting to it first.
Oh my. I didn't even think
Well,
about that.
if that's the case, we have something that apparently that the dragon wants.
Well, we're assuming that they're in league with the dragon. They could be after the dragon just as much for their own reasons.
This is also true. But we don't know what these worm creatures want.
Hmm.
Tinder. That's what I consider them.
Hmm. Well, it's clear that they are after the same thing we're after. They're after the whereabouts of the comet. Hmm.
And if they have have the chart already, then well,
I think what they were trying to do was acquire the chart because they never made it up here to this part of the observatory. And from what the captain had mentioned, is that this observatory holds the only astronomers able to actually chart the course. So those Sirlons might have needed Celine or whoever else was here in order to do that. Obviously, they never got to Celine.
so they only have half of what they need. Gotcha.
Or previously. It's an old chart, from my understanding.
Let's get a new chart, plot it out, and let's go and try and, I know this is probably going to be, but based on the observation of them having the ability to control those things, who knows if they're like a hive mind and psychically connected.
Ooh, that would be troublesome indeed.
I'd say it's an advantage because then it brings them to us, and if they have the page, we just retch it off their dead corpses.
But how many of them are there? If it's a hive mind, the hive could be tens or hundreds or thousands.
If it was tens of hundreds of thousands, they would have brought it down on this tower and bashed the door open.
Glacy makes a point there. Oh.
But most ants only send out scouts.
Exactly. They only send what they need until absolutely necessary. Even a hive mind isn't dumb enough to just brute force everything unless they have to. You having fun there?
Just pacing, thinking. It's all very troublesome, honestly.
So say we get this new star chart charted. What are we supposed to do about Celine? We can't leave her here.
Take her with us.
Is the captain going to be okay with another mouth to feed on the vessel?
It might be beneficial to us if she comes with us, though. We could use her skills to good use during our voyage.
But would she want to leave? That's another question. See, we're breaking into free will now.
But is it safe here? If that one Sirlon was here after Celine, we could be leaving her in danger if she just stays.
Yes, I would rather not leave her in any form of danger, especially after what we had to face downstairs.
Hey,
the three of us
Celine!
barely were able to handle it.
What am I needed again?
You want to go on an adventure?
Well, I'm a little bit busy charting your course right now.
When you're done, do you want to go on a ship and go find the thing?
Well, I can't leave the observatory empty.
Oh, there's your answer.
Glacy.
What? We were all trying to figure out what it is. I decided to ask.
Not in a good way, Glacy. Come now.
What do you mean, good way? I asked you they want to go on an adventure. They said no, and that's it.
Celine, if I may, and I slowly approach her, as I know she's working. She's trying to get us what we need, and she's being very helpful, obviously. Celine, if those Sirlons come back, who's going to keep you safe? Keep this observatory safe?
Well, I thought that I would just lock the door again.
But locking the door, you didn't eat for 5 days. You could starve up here.
Yes, but I didn't have any preparation time. At least this time I know that I'm going to be locked up here. I can gather food.
So let me ask you this. If you're not willing to leave the tower, would you allow us the opportunity to help you stock up on a few things, so that way when we come back, we can make sure you're safe?
Oh, I'm still not sure about that idea.
Suppose I won't turn down the offer for help in stockpiling. But really, I can't leave the tower alone. It's against our rules. There's always supposed to be a scholar here.
Where are the rest of the scholars, by the way?
Well, they're out charting the stars, of course.
Are you able to get in any sort of contact with them?
Well, they sometimes write letters.
When's the last time you received a letter?
Perhaps about a week ago? Maybe more? Forget the date.
Maybe more. What troubles me, and what's been on my mind, if the Sirlons were after you, could they have potentially gone after the other scholars as well?
I suppose that's possible.
What we know is that they were after a star chart. That much is clear due to the missing page in the book. Oh. I worry for you and the other scholars, honestly. I know it's against the rules for you to leave, but surely your safety is also important.
Basically, what we're trying to say is that we would feel more comfortable knowing that you were safe, and then at a later point, we return you back to the observatory.
I understand, but really, that door downstairs it's a lot sturdier than you might think it is. It's magically reinforced. Not even a cannonball could bust it down.
Well, if you are so sure, we can at least, as Adam said, help you stockpile on food so you don't starve this time, you know?
Yes, that would be preferable.
Alright.
I'm gonna go downstairs, and I guess I'm gonna try to scrounge up anything I can from inside the downstairs area and then outside the tower, just to help with things.
Yeah, gardens and pantry.
Yeah. Alright. So now I'm gonna go ahead and shoo Adam so that Celine can get back to work.
Are you shooing me?
Yes, shoo shoo.
She gets back to work.
We have bothered Celine enough. Now shoo.
Adam, you head downstairs to hunt for some food. You can pick more stuff from the garden as well as hunt around in the pantry. There's lots of dried foods and kind of preserved foods that are in the pantry and under the the counter. The Sirlons appear to have left most of that stuff alone. They weren't really hunting around in the food at all.
Okay, so I'll scrounge up all the pantry foods, all of the available foods in the tower. Can I make a survival check to gauge exactly how long this might last her?
Yeah, sure. You estimate that all of this food that you're gathering up, uh, it's designed for well over a dozen people, so she would be able to last weeks.
Okay,
Ooh,
that's good. In that case, I'm only going to go outside and try to scrounge some things from the garden. But other than that, you can go on to Glacie and Iris, unless there's something out there that
Yeah,
I need to be mindful of.
You continue to scrounge for food. Glacie and Iris, is there anything that you guys are discussing?
I would be checking up on Glacie's wounds and stuff, making sure Glacie is okay.
Glacie just looks at Iris, just watching her with a cocked brow as her arm is raised to move out. I am alive, you know.
Yes. But barely, unfortunately.
But not dead. That's the important bit.
True, but you're still hurt.
What doesn't kill me makes me stronger.
Mm.
Philosophy.
I crinkle up my nose as I continue to check bandages.
Don't be so sour. I'm fine. If I get killed by my own stupidity, then clearly I was not meant to survive.
Oh, Glacie.
What? Am I wrong?
I just shake my head.
So you guys spend some time making sure that Glacie's injuries are not too bad. Adam, you scrounge for food, and some time passes. I think you guys might have short rested last time, so we won't, unless anybody really needs to. We don't need to do that. But
Nope.
you guys spend about an hour or two as Celine works, and then eventually, after that time passes, Adam, as you're bringing a shipment of food back up those stairs to stock it up here in the astronomy tower, you all just hear Celine from the other room just go, "Aha! I've got it!"
Oh.
Oh?
I drop some produce. What's up?
And she rushes back in, holding a piece of parchment, back to sort of the center room. Says, I've charted it. I didn't even need the last course.
Oh, this is wonderful.
I really wasn't sure if I could do it, but, well, I've pulled it off. And she brings the piece of parchment over to you guys to show you.
Glacie leans over as best she can, and she still then winces. Ow! Oh, ow! Okay.
So she shows you the new star chart that looks like the ones that you've seen aboard the Valinor Hawk, but has been updated. She's charted a course for Galahad's arrow as to exactly where it will fly through the Sindrian sphere. And she looks at it excited, and then as she sort of shows it to you all, you see her just sort of frown for a moment. Oh, you will have to make your way through Baelor's belt, though.
What's Baylor's belt?
Well, it's an asteroid field.
Ooh. That sounds fun.
I imagine the term asteroid would be completely foreign to you guys.
I was about
Yeah,
to
I
ask.
I look to Iris like asteroid, raise an eyebrow.
Would I know what asteroids are?
You see Celine kind of queuing, and no, Iris, none of you would know what an asteroid is.
That doesn't stop Glacy from saying that, even if she doesn't know what it is.
It can still sound interesting, yeah. But she catches on seeing your looks of confusion and says, "Oh, right, rifters, of course. Well, an asteroid field. How should I phrase it? Imagine lots and lots of rocks, floating through space."
Would it be like a reef? That's the only point of reference that I have as a sailor.
The only thing I could guesstimate from her description is that there are large masses of rock and debris in space but because of their mass, their gravitational mass is something that, or they're so thick that they're like, hey guys, let's hang out together. I think so. What is gravity? I saw it in one of the books.
Perhaps that's a little too complicated to get into right now.
Can I take it?
Take the book?
Yeah, I want to take the book. I want to understand
No,
what this gravity
absolutely
thing
not.
is.
Absolutely not.
Well, fine. Toby! The owl pops out. Copy it.
Anyways, yes, I suppose a reef would be a good comparison, though imagine that the reef floats and your boat is underwater and the reef is everywhere.
Ooh.
Okay, it makes a little bit more sense, but still less sense. But okay,
Well,
that's fair.
it's dangerous because, well, of course you can run into the asteroids and wreck your ship, but also an asteroid field provides cover for creatures and vessels, and Baelor's Belt is particularly notorious for, well, pirates.
I've dealt with pirates. I'm not worried about pirates. I am worried about other things like creatures, as you say, because I don't think we're going to run into any sea monsters out here. They'd be what? Space monsters.
Yes, well, not particularly well versed with piracy or sailing the astral sea. I suppose you'd be better off talking with your captain about that stuff. All I know is that Baelor's Belt is known to be dangerous.
But people have crossed through it before, correct?
Yes.
So it's not impossible.
Not impossible, no.
Ooh, but it sounds mighty dangerous.
Iris, what choice do we have if we want to go home?
Yes, I'm afraid if you tried to make your way all the way around the belt, then you'd miss Galahad's arrow. You'll have to go through it.
Oh, carrots. I suppose we have no other choice then.
So to clarify, she's drawn sort of a course for Galahad's arrow. The point right here that she's showing you, that's your intercept point, not where Galahad's arrow is right now. That's where she's charted the best spot to intercept it would be.
Okay. How long might it take us, Celine? If we were to take the course and get through Baelor's Belt.
This course, about a week's journey. Depending on how much difficulty you have getting through the belt, of course.
We should probably not waste any more time then.
Yes, I imagine so. You'd hate to miss it after all this.
Agreed.
I walk up to Celine and I extend my hand to her. Thank you, Celine, for all of your help. We really do appreciate this, especially since we're not from here.
She shakes your hand and says, well, I'm happy to help. After all, you all did save my life. I wish you luck on your journey. Landing on Galahad's arrow is not a small task.
Neither is surviving a whirlpool and being dropped out into outer space.
Yes, I suppose so. I've never seen a whirlpool, but I imagine it's fearsome.
Iris goes and
So
hugs
I'm just
Celine.
gonna gather up whatever we have. Sorry, Iris. Sorry, Iris.
No, you're good. You're good. I just go and hug Celine. Take care of yourself now, dear.
Thank you. You take care of yourself as well.
All right. I step back and I start telling her that she needs to make sure to eat, make sure to rest, make sure take care of yourself.
Yes, of course. I will.
Lacey is just leaning against the table as she is getting her energy to start moving again.
Celine sort of walks you guys down as you go.
All right. Oh no. Hold on. Anyway, moving
What am I being
on.
sent?
Oh, it's just me.
Alrighty then.
I don't think I could even if I tried.
I think that would not be a good plan.
All right.
As you're trying to leave, Iris Marley just sort of extends a tentacle to you.
Oh. I go and shake hands with Marley.
Yeah, you're not sure if that was its intention, but you just sort of grab one of the tentacles and shake it. It allows you to do so. It's a very strange sort of jelly-like consistency.
Fascinating. Sorry that we couldn't stay longer, little one.
Just sort of like floats around your head for a moment, and then just turns away and flutters back towards the corner to rest on the orrery.
Lacey would follow after everyone.
Celine's waiting to go at the end just so that she can... Well, she's last to go. She's going to lock the door
Yeah.
behind you guys. But you guys make your way back down the tower to the basement. To the ground floor, rather. Let me move Glacy in here. There we go. Celine as well. And you say your farewells.
Lacey gives a 2-finger salute to Celine, but as she passes the crater she left earlier, she spits at it before moving out. Let's go, Bun!
Oh, yes, of course. Make sure, Celine, to eat 3 square meals a day and make sure to get proper rest, alright?
She nods along with your words. Just, yes, of course. I will. Yes.
Rika is such a mom. That's not a bad thing. I think it's cute.
Take care of yourselves as well. Good luck on your travels.
Thank you for everything, Celine.
And thank you as well. Celine watches you guys as you make your way towards the door, and she locks the door behind her as you leave. You hear those multiple clicks from the the several locks that line that door.
Come on, friends. We need to figure out a way to signal the captain and let him know that we've got what we came for.
I have an idea.
Oh, I don't know if I like the sounds of that.
Glacy goes outside immediately to the edge. Where am I?
You didn't go outside when they grabbed the melons, so you're not here yet. There you are.
Glacy moves over before aiming her palm in her hand and just lets out. And you know what? I'm gonna do it as control.
For a moment there, I thought you were just going to go to the edge and scream into the void.
No, I fire.
No, don't you know that in space nobody can hear you scream?
Exactly. That's what makes murder so easy. I mean, what?
I don't know that. I've never been to the space.
Lacey aims her hand up in the air before firing off a firebolt. At least magical fireworks in space.
All right, yeah. At what kind of angle? Just straight up or off to the side or what?
I would say 45 degrees upwards. That
Hey,
way it goes up, and away.
You fire off a bolt of flame and it just sort of trails off into the void, eventually disappearing at the edge of its range. And then after about several minutes wait, around the side of the rocky island that you guys are standing on, surges the Valinar hawk as it sails back into place, and then you see them kind of slow as some of the crew are standing up on the deck. You can see the captain with a little telescope looking in at you.
Why should he smirks as she goes off to the boat?
I help them both into the boat so that way I can unmoor us and get us back out to the astral sea.
Very well. Then the three of you hop back into your lifeboat, the little semi-standard rowboat that brings you across the astral sea, and you make your way back up towards the Valinar hawk. When you arrive at the side of the ship, the others kind of help you pull the boat in and moor it. You throw the line to them, and they yank you in so that you can hop back aboard. All right, 1, 2, 3. All right, so the three of you hop back over the railing onto the deck of the Valinar hawk. And let's get the ambiance back. As you guys climb back aboard, you see the captain sort of rush down from the helm towards you guys and says, "What news from Starside Tower then?"
Worms.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm afraid it will require slightly more explanation than that.
What Glacy means is we encountered some resistance in the form of Sirlons, Captain.
Sirloins. Nasty creatures. Did you dispose of them?
Singular, but yes.
Singular. Odd, they usually travel in packs. Well,
Yeah,
The
he lets you continue.
go ahead, Glacy.
yeah, and the person who lives in that tower, Lady Celine, and her squid thing, Marley, apparently was attacked by a couple. So it means they were here in packs, but only one left behind to try and replace her, possibly?
That is something Sirloins can do. And that is rather worrying. A Sirloin in control of Starsight. It's not a pleasant thought.
No, but the astronomer Celine did mention that the tower should not be unattended, and despite our own insistence that she come with us for her own safety, she has decided to stay behind. She is well provisioned, and she assures us that she's safe behind that rather large door. It says a cannonball can't even pierce it. But,
Well, Starsight Tower is an old and sturdy building. So if they believe that they're safe, then, well, I would trust her.
Though there is something worrisome.
Yes? Speak your mind.
Well, Celine mentioned that the previous star chart to Galahad's arrow was torn from a book. We can only assume that maybe the Sirlons took it.
That is rather odd. Sirloins after Galahad's arrow, is that what you mean?
Potentially. Do they nibble on our quarry over there?
I'm afraid I don't know what you mean.
Basically, do they eat dragons?
Well, I imagine Sirloins would be hard-pressed to even find a dragon. They're not exactly commonplace. So I cannot say. I wouldn't put it past them, though.
all I know is, Captain, these Sirlon creatures have some strange motive that we're not aware of yet, and hopefully we never have to find out what it is. All I know is we have the chart, and I believe we have to go through what did she call it, Iris? What was it? Bay something
Baylor's,
belt.
Baylor's belt is what she
Yes.
said.
Ah. Last, I was worried our journey would take us somewhere like that.
You don't sound too enthused.
Well, Baylor's belt is a nest of piracy.
Oh, turnips.
And well,
Oh,
your commonplace star pirate is not exactly something to be particularly afraid of, but Baylor's belt is Captain Versa Void Eye's territory.
How notorious is this Captain Versa Void Eye?
Well, to put it plainly, her ship, the Dark Mantle, is... well, it's the only ship faster than the Valinor Hawk.
is it made of wood?
I'm afraid it's far sturdier than that.
Damn it. Well, I'm out of ideas.
Well, we just have to hope that we don't run afoul of this captain.
Yes, I suppose. Show me the chart that you've gained.
Iris has the chart, correct, or does Glacy? One of you two has it. I don't think I've got it.
Iris, do you have it?
Yes. Right? We took it.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
you guys
yes.
took the charter.
Yeah.
Salim wouldn't have let you guys leave without that. That was the whole purpose.
Did we take it? Do we have to go back? No.
Lacey was busy copying the science of the world so that she can start learning about it.
We'll say that Iris has it.
All right. I'll go ahead and hand it to the captain.
You see the first mate, Kalia Katachan, run down the stairs to pour over the chart as well. And you kind of see them exchange looks with each other for a moment. And then he says, Captain says, well, I suppose there's nothing for it then. We shall have to make for Baelor's belt. If we chart a course around it, then we won't be able to intercept the comet.
Hmm.
How long will it take to reach Belors?
Well, to reach Baelor's belt would be around 5 days, and, well, we'll have to see once we arrive at the belt for any time past that.
Well, at least we'll get a long rest. She looks to the wound still patched with blood.
Yes, you are not looking particularly at the top of your health. Perhaps a rest might be in order indeed.
That and probably some steak.
Well, we do have some rations aboard if you are feeling hungry.
You'll have to do. Not really have a choice.
Lacey.
What?
I give Glacy a little nudge with my elbow, knowing full well that Glacy is injured.
You bitch! She clumps over, or slumps over. Oh!
Captain, allow me to get Glacy down to the mess hall. We'll leave you to do what you need to.
Yes, perhaps that's for the best. He turns to his first mate. Miss Katachan, I trust you to handle the charting of the course, and we will depart immediately, unless you have any more business at Starside.
Negative, Captain.
Your
Very
name will be put in the book of grudges for this.
I've got another elbow if you'd like me to nudge you with that one too, Glacy.
Go away.
Find yourself some rest below deck, and we'll begin the journey to Baelor's belt.
I go below deck. And I bring Glacy with us.
You asshole.
All right, very well. Then you all head below deck. Thank you for the 10 more gifted subs there, Delta Dogs. I didn't want to interrupt the scene.
Party.
So you guys make your way below deck. Move y'all over here.
Still holding her side as she glares at Adam.
I glare back. Glacy. We could show a little bit more couth with the captain, can't we?
Potentially.
You know, he could have just left us adrift in space, and instead he's decided to show us kindness and bring us aboard.
It's true, but we should also be mindful of the injured, Adam.
It's not like I jumped from the top rope and dropped an elbow on her. She'll be okay. She's able to walk.
I'm like a disapproving click of my tongue. Sorry.
No, it's fine. So you guys, will you tell me what you do? Are you just resting for the time being?
Yes.
say that you've had a relatively busy day, so if you wanted to long rest, you can do so. As
Yes.
the
I need
ship
a long
begins
rest.
to turn and follow a new course. So the crew can handle it for a while if you guys need your rest. So you guys each can long rest on your character sheets. Just at the top. At the top there, click the long rest button. Forget if we've done it before, but we probably have. And make sure you gain everything back. As you each find an open hammock and spend some time resting after a rather chaotic day at Starsight.
Give me like 2 seconds of just rubbing my jaw.
Fair enough.
Just for the record,
Go
if
ahead.
I do have to drop out, just put Glacy into rest mode because she just had blood in her, but continue without me.
I don't know that we'll necessarily continue without you. I would want everybody to be here. It's a short
Yeah.
campaign, so I don't want anyone to miss any of it.
All right.
We've already been going for an
Glacy-
hour, so we've had a decent time to at least play a little bit if you did need to drop out. But you each kind of find a hammock and rest. Glacy, you can continue what we were going to say.
Glacy's probably going through all the magically copied notes on learning all about this new concept called gravity.
Yeah, they seem to define it rather strangely. It's a bit of a concept to wrap your head around, but essentially a lot of the celestial bodies and ships, all of the vessels that travel throughout, have those cores that are made from anchorite. And the anchorite seems to just magically generate a sort of gravity field. And so if you imagine the ship from the side view, it cuts it in half, sort of along where you guys are walking. So technically, as you read this book, you realize you could walk along the very bottom of the ship if you were to pass the gravity plane.
Glacy then looks over her book as she blankly stares at the wall before then pondering this.
It's all very, very complex, and it's a bit much to wrap your head around, but you spend some time reading it.
My intelligence says otherwise! That and my stupidity. Here's concept. Huh. Scientific. I'ma test this.
Oh no.
So each of you eventually fall asleep, and after several hours rest, you awake to a new day aboard the Valinor Hawk. And well, the three of you can tell me how you spend your time. It's a journey that you'll have to take to Baelor's Belt. So you will have a couple days where you're free to do what you want. So you guys can tell me how you would spend that time.
I generally just default to helping out on the ship, you know,
Okay.
mooring ropes, swabbing decks, things like that.
Yeah, just sort of one of the crew, running about doing errands just like everybody else.
Glacy doing wizard things as well as spending time with Lithlani, learning this whole spell jamming business, absorbing as much knowledge as she possibly can.
Fair enough. They will at some points. Adam will be sent down to kind of force you to assist with certain things, Glacy.
No!
Because
Go
they
away!
do at certain points need extra hands to help with certain tasks. So
Come
you
on,
won't
Glacy,
be able
these
to
potatoes
spend.
don't peel themselves.
Actually,
See,
Adam.
that's where you're wrong. I'm sure there's a spell just for peeling potatoes, so don't give me that crap.
Well, good. Then you know that spell. Let's go peel some potatoes.
No! Go away!
Adam, I'll get back to that in a second. Iris, how do you spend your time?
I'm going to continue to make that salve for oh no, what's his name?
Remind us exactly what it does.
It's for his phantom pains, for his missing limbs and stuff.
Right. For snacks.
For snacks. We gotta help out our boy Snacks.
Very well. Yeah. So you spend kind of some free time. Just like Glacy, you will have to assist with certain tasks on the ship every once in a while. Swabbing a deck or, again, peeling some potatoes.
Well, unlike Lacey, I am happy to help. especially with peeling the potatoes. The
Probably
supposed potatoes.
Casey's probably trying to work this stuff out, and it's like, the fuck is this knife? This feels unsafe.
So maybe on the second day, you all are peeling potatoes, and they've given you a sort of half full sack of potatoes, and they called them potatoes, but they don't look like any potatoes you guys have seen before.
Ooh,
Space taters.
space taters.
When you begin to peel them, you notice that the inside, rather than that sort of pale white that a potato typically is, they're bright, vibrant red.
I cast a glance to Glacy as we're peeling potatoes. I'm assuming we're like sitting in the same room, grabbing a potato and peeling it. I look to Glacy. It's like, don't cut yourself. You might not be able to tell if you've bled into the potato or not.
Lacey promptly raises a knife to her thumb. What's that? What's that? I don't know. These white starchy spud roots, I'm sure would look totally different adding a bit of crimson blood red to it.
But they're already crimson blood red. Glacy, are you colorblind? And Adam just smirks because he's trying to lighten up Glacy just a little bit.
But you
feel
guys
free to know that I'm failing it, but it's...
but you guys spend some time peeling potatoes and helping everything get ready for a meal. The crew kind of eat in shifts, not all at once. But each of you eventually. What were we gonna say, Iris?
Can I keep a potato?
Yeah, sure. If you want to just tuck one away when you're peeling them, just tuck one unpeeled away.
Yes.
Very well. And so the days continue, but on the fourth day, as you guys are peeling star carrots, you see Snacks come down the stairs, and he kind of hustles into the crew quarters and sees that you guys are just kind of busy doing some menial labor, and says, "Afternoon to you."
Afternoon Snacks.
Iris, you can. It's been several days, so you can make a medicine check with advantage.
With advantage? How do
Yeah.
I do that?
Just roll it twice and we take the higher number. Yeah, I think
Oh,
there's
that's
you can
right.
hold shift or something like that, but it doesn't always work. So
Okay, I'll just roll it twice.
yeah, it's easier to just roll it twice.
Oh,
All right. Well, I don't think you really need it. So yeah, during those days, in your free time, you spend some time working on the salve, and by the time that Snacks comes down to greet you guys as you peel star carrots, the salve is finished. You sort of tucked it away into one of your pouches, and you feel very confident that it will work.
hyper confident.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
not
shit.
it's not something that you've really done much of before, but you feel like you really nailed it on the first go.
Nice. Oh, Snacks. I've been meaning to get a hold
Yeah.
of you.
All right.
I finished that salve I've talked about with you.
Yeah, I think I remember you saying something about that. I don't remember what it did though.
Well, it's supposed to help with those phantom pains that you've been talking about.
Phantom, you're talking about ghosts now? I've never seen a ghost.
No, not a ghost. Hold on. How do I explain this? It's for your missing limbs.
Right, yeah, I remember. I was complaining about that and you said you'd whip something up. You finished it, Dan?
Mm-hmm.
Could I see it then?
But of course. I go and take it out and show it to him.
How does it work? I just smear it on?
Mm-hmm.
Can I do that now then? Is it done?
But of course, can I like assist Snacks in trying out this new salve?
Yeah, you assist with it.
Yeah, so I go ahead and assist him.
Yeah, he smears it on some of the stubs of missing appendages and limbs, and then after kind of about a minute of him just sort of spending some time doing that, he just kind of wiggles his fingers and wiggles his toes and just says, yeah, it don't hurt so much now.
That's wonderful news.
How'd you do that? What'd you make this out of? Did I put you on the spot there? Sorry.
Nah, give me a second.
I mean, Snacks won't know that your answer is correct, so you can make anything up.
Let's see. Oh, sure, I can tell you. Here, come look. And I start showing Snacks the different herbs I used to make it. I start, explaining the process, in detail.
Yeah, you see him try to keep up, and it's just, I don't understand anything you're saying, lass.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, I just get very excited when I talk about making medicine.
I guess I understand that, because I get that same way when I talk about weapons. Anyway, Captain sent me down here to ask about the food stores. How are we doing?
Oh, assuming I didn't bleed all over everything, I think we're good.
Actually, as you guys estimate, perhaps Adam would have the best idea, just because you're used to rationing food for voyages. As you kind of estimate, they clearly didn't set out with the intention to have 3 extra crew members.
So food stores are essentially running lower than what they should be.
Yeah, far lower. You estimate that they really only have about 1 day left before you actually start to have like 1 meal a day.
Okay. We can't like cast out a net and try to troll for some fish, can we?
Oh yeah, we could fish if we're running low.
We are running a bit low. We've got about a day's left given our current status.
Well, I guess you can ask the captain for permission, but I think the mollymocks were out today, so it might be a good day for it.
The pardon? Beg your pardon?
How do I explain it to rifters? Starbirds?
Like an albatross?
Yeah, sort of like that, I guess.
That
What's an
doesn't reassure
albatross?
me, he guesses.
He whispers to you, Iris, what's an albatross?
Well, an albatross is a big seabird.
Then I guess so, yeah.
Wait, is an albatross a big seabird?
An albatross is a seabird, so yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Just wanted to double check.
Yeah, you could cast some lines.
We're going to need to, at least in this case. Snacks, would you mind showing me where the nets and the lines are, and we'll take it up with the captain here shortly.
Yeah, all right. I'll gather them.
All right, I'll go with Snacks. I look to Iris and Glacy. It's like, guys, if you need to do anything or see what we can do about the current food situation, if you can, please and thank you.
Yeah, as you guys, as Adam and Snacks are leaving, Snacks kind of turns back towards Iris and Glacy and just says, meet me above deck in a sec. We'll bring the nets up.
Okay. Oh, hold up. I'm gonna look at my spells, actually.
So Adam Snacks leads you back out into some of the cupboards in the engine room, and begins to rifle through them, looking for small little parcels. And then he begins to pull out just a net, almost like a magician's trick. He just keeps pulling out net out of seemingly too small of a compartment to hold it, and it just keeps going and going and
The
going.
handkerchief, yeah.
Yeah, eventually it starts to tangle around him, and then he tries to move to make more room, but he trips and falls back, completely wrapped up in the net. Give me a hand, yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So I start helping him get untied, and I'm like lifting up on one part of the rope, and I end up grabbing his leg and holding him up by the leg, but he's still tied up, and I'll try to get him unscrambled here.
Yeah, bless you, lad. And he gets back to his feet, and eventually the two of you continue to unfurl nets, and he tries to kind of fold them neatly so that you can transport them back up to the deck.
Okay, I will assist him in any way he needs, and then I'll bring him up topside.
All right, yeah, the two of you make your way topside. Iris and Glacier, is there anything you guys do before making your way up on deck?
I was trying to look at my spells because I thought I had a spell that could make those. What were the melons called? That
The moon melons?
moon melons. I don't know why I thought lunar melons, but anyway. No,
Yeah, it's
I was
basically the same
thinking.
thing.
Yeah, I was trying to see if there was some way I could grow them quickly, but no, doesn't look it. Darn.
Yeah, a spell like Druidcraft could probably get it started if you had somewhere to plant it. It wouldn't like grow it to full size instantly, but it would accelerate the process so that it would be planting the seed to having something sprout in an instant.
Yeah. Darn. Oh, if only I had. What's that one spelled? Goodberry. Dang it! I knew I should have kept it. But let's see. Did Snacks ask us to meet him up on deck?
Yeah, you said that he and Adam were gonna grab the nets and that you should meet him in a minute, topside.
All right. Iris will just clean her little spot up, tidy it up before heading out. Come along, Glacy.
Yes, Mom.
So Glacy, are you also going along?
Yeah, I'm going along.
All right. Then eventually you all make your way topside. All right.
Lacey
Captain is-
stretches and peers around at the open sky. It's nice to see sky after being buried in spuds.
So Adam, Snacks helps you kind of set up the nets. It works mostly the same way that you'd be used to.
Okay, that's fantastic. Nothing really problematic or new to learn, so that's fantastic.
Yeah, nothing too out of the ordinary. As you guys are doing that, you guys do notice that there are quite a few birds now resting up on parts of the mast, on the railing of the ship.
Are they suspicious-looking birds? Can I make an insight check?
I would say if you want to ascertain a bird's intention, it'd probably be more like animal handling.
Those are some
Okay.
soft birds.
I'm not sure what's going on with these birds. I look over at Iris. It's like, Iris, these birds, they're kind of like looking at us funny. Are they okay? Are they normal?
I mean, can I make a check on these
Yeah.
birds?
Of course.
Oh, what would it be?
Animal handling.
Animal handling. What is that? Okay. Alright, I suss out the sus birds.
With the 14, you estimate that these must be the mollymocks that Snacks was referring to. They look relatively normal. Their
Bird.
feet, their feet are a little strange. They got a few too many toes.
Alright. They look like albatrosses to me. You know, just with a few extra toes.
But they just sort of rest on the ship as it sails, occasionally letting out long squawks from high up in the crow's nest and on the mast.
Now, from what Snacks had mentioned, does it seem like they eat these sort of things regularly? Because I have real world sailor lore, and I don't know if it attains to Adam, in that eating or harming an albatross is bad for the voyage, and I don't want I don't want that to. I don't know if Adam knows that.
Well, that could be a superstition that you back on terrestrial around Lorien would have, right? And you could ask Snacks if that experience is similar.
Yeah, I definitely do, because at this point I don't want to harm it and then put our journey in further peril.
Yeah, he kind of looks over at you. What's that, lad? Something about the mollymocks?
Yeah, if harm were to come to one of them, would that bode ill for our voyage?
Yeah, it's a bad omen. We don't eat them. They tell us
good.
when there's plenty of fish in the astral sea, and in return, we leave them alone. They're just trying to eat too.
Okay, fair enough. In that case, you said we needed to ask the captain for permission to cast lines?
Yeah, well, lucky for you, I already took care of that.
Thank you, Snacks.
So we're all good to go, and you guys are ready?
As ready as can be.
Alrighty then. Let's cast her out. And you throw the net to kind of trail alongside the ship. It disappears down into that kind of strange etheric current that forms these strange blue waves beneath the ship. And Snacks just sort of says, "You all right to watch it then, Adam?"
Yes. I've done this sort of thing before. It can't be much different other than the environment.
All right.
I looked to Glacy and Iris real quick, and I tell them, it's like, make sure no harm comes to those birds, or at least don't cause intentional harm to those birds.
Of course.
Oh, not setting them on fire. Okay.
All right, then I'll trust this to you three. Captain wants me to make sure all the cannons are, well, up to snuff before we get to Baylor's boat.
Works for me.
Come along, Mr. Yes, sir. And he makes his way over to begin to maintain some stuff. And Yes, sir just goes, "Yes, sir."
Lacey just sort of stares out at the net. Ugh. Boring.
So, if you guys are going to fish, one of you can make it the fishing roll. We'll roll on a table, see what we catch. Roll a d12, one of you.
Oh
Iris
my
sounds
God.
excited, so Iris, you can roll it if you want.
Yeah, Iris, go ahead.
Fishing in my D&D. Okay, it was a D12, right?
Yeah.
What I get.
All right. So you guys cast out the net, and Snacks and Yes Sir make their way off towards the cannons, occasionally bustling down below deck to go and grab parts and oils to maintain everything. But you guys wait and watch the nets to allow some time for the fish to be caught. And eventually you can see the net starting to drag. There's clearly something in it that you'll have to hoist back up. So if the three of you want to do it, or if just one of you wants to hoist it back up, then make a strength to see how well you do it.
What's
Advantage if the three of you are doing it
What's everyone's
together. If you're
strength?
just doing it by yourself, then just normal roll.
Nah, let's work together. Teamwork makes the dream work, guys.
that's correct. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Then just pick whoever has the highest strength and make a strength roll.
I have a
With
14.
advantage.
See, strength. Where is that? I have an 8. I think.
Yes.
Yes, I have an 8. Sorry, team.
Yeah, Adam, you have the highest strength.
Okay, I will make the roll.
With three of you together, it's not very difficult, but I wanted to see how well you guys do it working as a team. So the three of you pull up the net and find it completely filled with lots of very tiny fish. They almost look like little goldfish. And because you guys got a 19 on your roll, ooh, that's big. I was accidentally holding on. Because you guys got a 19, you managed to haul the net up properly, and they don't escape as it is pulled up onto the deck. Oh, there's another big one.
Lacey didn't. Oh, go ahead. Go.
So you managed to grab quite a few of these little, almost kind of guppy-sized fish. They have these shimmering, kind of yellowy orange scales, and they do, in fact, have 3 eyes on the front of their heads.
Ooh.
As you pull the net back over the side of the railing, they all kind of continue to just flail wildly, pulling at all angles of the net, but you don't tear a hole in the net as you pull it back up, which might have happened if you rolled lower. And so they remain inside the net.
Okay, we pull them on board, and do we have like a barrel or anything we can like chuck them in for now, or?
Yeah, sure. Snacks would have provided you with. That's one of the things you guys would have carried up, something to hold the fish. Since he kind of explained as he was going up the stairs that fishing is a little complicated in the Astral Sea because even after you haul them aboard, they can still just swim off in whatever direction they want. So you do have to have something to hold them in. So they're still inside the net, and they're all kind of flopping about on the deck. But you guys can tell me what you do.
Okay, I start reaching in to grab the fish and then putting them into the barrel, so that way we can continue fishing. It's like cast the net back out once they're in the barrel, and rinse and repeat.
Yeah, you kind of manage to tuck them all away. A couple of them do try to swim away. As you open the net to grab them and place them into the barrel, one of you make a dex save. We'll see if one of the fish gets away.
Dex save.
Whoever has the highest one can make it, but
Who has the highest dex?
I have 14.
I have a
dex.
14.
14.
Well, I haven't made a roll yet. Let me do it.
Yeah.
Dex save. Let's
yeah,
go.
you all have the same dex save anyway.
Damn it!
All right, so as you guys tear open, all right, as you guys open the net to begin to transport the little guppies into the barrel, kind of one at a time, you open that little hole in the net to grab one, and one of the smaller little guppies just shoots back out into the Astral Sea, right through your hands, Glacy, and escapes out into the Astral Sea, leaving you with really only 4 instead of the 5 you hauled in.
Motherfuck! Glacy immediately. Oh, go ahead.
The rest you do manage to capture in the barrel.
damn it! Fuck, piece of shit, piece of crap.
Don't worry about it,
fish.
Glacy. Don't worry about it. We've got plenty more fishing to do. It's not just going to be one cast and then we're done.
But Sushi is running away. Flying swim.
I do have a barrel. Cool.
I give up. This world science is fucked.
All right. So, go ahead, Iris.
It is strange, isn't it, to just watch the fish just fly away out into the stars.
It's very different. It's a little disconcerting.
So, Adam, you estimate that the guppies you hauled in will get you maybe another day, but you will need to cast the line back out.
Ooh, more fishing.
Yeah, we're gonna keep fishing until we can safely secure enough for.
Yeah,
the
how many
journey
days? You tell me.
there. Let's do
Now, you might not need the entire journey because you are just kind of spending the day
Right.
fishing, so it might not be realistic to get an entire week's full of fish. But
maybe
'Cause
4
you can
more
always-
days at most.
you can always
Not
fish
with that
again.
kind
So
of
yeah,
attitude.
you tell me the days that you're aiming for, and I'll see if you get there.
I'll say 4 days.
Okay, fair enough. Kind of enough days to get to Galahad Zero, and then maybe an extra couple days adding. So you cast the net back out, and someone can make another D12.
Who wants to do it?
I ain't doing
Glacy, you
it
want to roll
because
the
I
d12? Oh, why? Come on!
roll 1d12
Yeah.
6.
Ooh.
All right, 6. Then this time you catch something a little different.
Oh.
So as you feel the net kind of weighing heavy and begin to haul it back in, it feels a little heavier this time. So again, make one more strength for me.
With advantage if they're helping.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, let's help teamwork.
You said strength check or strength save?
Just a strength check.
Oh boy. What?
Sorry, Glaze. I didn't know you were doing it, Glazy.
I threw the net out.
We will. You know what? Let's just roll with it. We'll say, Adam, you're pulling it back in, and you're kind of struggling with it. Glacy jumps in to grab the part that you're struggling and helps you yank it back in.
My frustration has given me Hulk rage for a moment.
And this time you haul in a net full of a little bit bigger creatures. They look sort of like eels, though their scales are this sort of soft blue and purple gradient.
Can we see a close up?
Their skin. Yeah, you can see a close up. They have a lot of eyes and maws that are completely lined with fangs. They kind of snap at you as you pull the net up.
Ooh.
Okay. Do we have a knife? We just need to kind of dispatch them so they.
Yeah,
don't
imagine
our little
imagine
guppies.
one of you has a dagger sitting around.
I know this is gonna sound really silly, but screw the knife. Glacy goes in to bite behind its head.
It's gonna
yeah,
bite you back.
that would be probably the most difficult thing to do. You can certainly attempt it if you really want to.
Haven't you seen Atlantis where Ankita bites the shrimp on the back of the head?
Perhaps. I question if Glacy has seen Atlantis, but
That's a very unorthodox way to dispatch a fish.
especially if Glacy is rather unfamiliar with the sea. But I guess if such a spirit possesses you, you read about it in a story very long ago, then you can attempt it. Yeah.
Let's go.
Oh my.
What do I roll?
First off, just an initiative roll to see who bites who first. Because this thing's coming for you too.
20.
All right. Let's give the eel an initiative roll.
Angry space
oh,
eels.
That is very close. Let me double check what its initiative modifier is. Does it have one? Very close. So you managed to bite it first.
Awesome.
I don't think that you have anything particularly about you that would make this anything but a normal bite. So,
Yep, just normal bite.
I would say it's an unarmed strike, but we'll make it higher than 0. I won't make you take that 0. It'll be piercing damage, and we'll give it a D4.
1d4 coming up.
So roll to see if you even hit it first.
1d4, yeah?
It's just a +1 for you to see if you hit it.
+1, unarmed strike.
If you hit it, then it's a D4.
20.
Okay. Well, you hit it. How much damage do you do to it?
Sorry.
That's just the 0 roll. Roll a D4. I won't. Since you actually sunk your teeth into it, you won't do no damage at all. Okay, so 3 piercing to, I guess, the closest one to you as you pull them in.
Yup.
Okay. You sink your teeth into sort of behind its neck, and you bite down hard, and you taste something very fishy, and it kind of leaks this rather gross black blood, and it's gonna try to immediately just whirl around and snap at any part of you that it can. So we'll see if it gets any part of you as well, since you did not manage to kill it in one bite. Your AC, that's gonna hit you.
Alright. How much damage?
That is gonna hit you for. That's gonna hit you for 6 piercing.
You motherfuck! Glacy,
Crazy!
It's got sharper teeth than you do.
It
Out of
definitely
frustra-
does.
after we bit on the arm trying to get a better thing, the arm's still in the thing's mouth.
Yeah, so when it bit you, it bit down hard and it refused to let go.
Just imagine it attached to my arm. Glacy moving her arm around before she kind of takes a deep breath. Alright.
So
Hold
it's
on.
wiggling around on your arm right now. You already took your turn. It took its turn. One of the other two can do something as Glacy flails her arm with a space eel attached to it. Adam or Iris, whichever of the two of you can choose to do something.
I think I'm gonna go over to the one on Glacy's arm. I tell Glacy just stand still, and then I'm gonna jab it with a knife.
Okay. It's flailing around. Glacy's arm is flailing around. You're gonna have to roll to hit it. If you get a nat 1 on this, you stab Glacy.
Okay, well let's hope that I don't roll a nat 1. I don't have a dagger equipped on me. Let me see if I've got
Just
an
add 1 and
inventory.
equip it. If you go into your inventory, you can just add an item, or I can do it for you if you want. But
Bro, just punch
I've
that
got it.
fish.
then just equip it and roll that.
Just punch it.
18.
Alright, you hit it. Roll its damage.
Six points.
All right, so that will do it. As Glacy flails around and the eel flails around, you sink the dagger down into its side, and it sort of flops down limp onto the deck and releases Glacy's arm.
Glacy looks to her bloody arm.
I gently pry the maw off of Glacy's arm. I calmly walk the dead one over to the barrel. I put it into the barrel. And I'm gonna go to the other two and do the same thing to the other two while they're still in the net.
Yeah, with them tangled up in the net, it's a little easier. Especially because you're not trying to bite them. So you can kind of get at arm's length and hold them back a little bit better. I'll say that one of them manages to snap at you as you do it. So I'll just roll to see if it hits. It does not. So one of them snaps at you, you pull your hand away, and then you stab at it, and eventually you manage to kill the others. So that they're not flopping around and snapping at everybody.
Yeah. Glacy, out of frustration, looks at the one that had stabbed her. I wish to cast Burning Hand on it.
Glacy, don't do that.
We need the food, Glacy.
She looks to her bloody arm. This needs to be paid for.
And you can do so later when you eat it.
You hear a shout from behind you guys as you bustle about with the space seals. It's Miss Kata-chan who's at the helm, and she just kind of shouts down, "What exactly is going on down there? You all right?"
Just a little astral fishing. No worries.
Yeah, but what's all the shouting about?
Glacy raises her arm.
Did one of them get you? You bleeding?
I got it first, but he got me back.
She shouts kind of towards Iris. You're gonna want to patch that up real quick.
Why?
Well, if there's fish about, then there's scavers about too. As if on cue, you hear the sail flapping above you. And as you kind of glance up towards it, you just see a massive shark just tear a hole straight through it. As it sails directly towards Iris.
Oh, turnips.
Roll initiative.
Is my initiative still valid?
Yeah, we can use that one. It's fine.
Oh, no. Okay, initiative. I'm blind. It's right there.
Alrighty.
Oh.
Give me one sec. Need to fix something.
Okay.
All right, much better. Okay, let me see your init rolls. Then our Limsa has a 23. Glacier's was a 20, right?
Mm-hmm.
Adam, what'd you roll?
21.
Pretty good rolls all around. You guys reacted to that quick. Perhaps from the warnings of Galia Katachan, you guys responded to that quite quickly.
Bless you.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Well, we are almost near our time. What is it? We go for 2 hours?
Iris is
Yeah,
allergic to
so
space fish.
I was gonna say, now that we've made our initiative rolls, I'll leave it to you guys. If you want to continue right now, or if maybe your mouth is hurting and you want to just call it, we're nearing 2 hours. So if your mouth is hurting, we can call it here, just to make it easier for you.
Probably best. My jaw's starting to hurt, even though that's kind of my own fault for being a little overexcited.
Fair enough. It's easy to get excited about D&D. I understand.
Especially fishing in D&D. Am I right?
I know, right?
Almost.
Yeah.
So we can call it here then, just to ease it up for Glacy, so you don't have to make your mouth hurt anymore. And we'll return with this initiative count, and right at the very top of next session, we'll do this little combat encounter with the scaver.
Works for me.
Sort of a giant one-eyed shark with these almost vampiric fangs.
Ooh.
That's terrifying.
That's
It's,
a handsome boy.
It's just torn a hole in your sail and made a mess of the rigging. So
Uh-oh.
it will we'll do that combat encounter next time then.
Sounds like a plan. I am going to go rest my jaw, and just so that I have already done it, you can all find me at Sorceress Glacy on Twitch, Twitter, pretty much anything. You can just Google search Sorceress Glacy, and you can pretty much find me, no problem.
There you go. I do have the links this time. Before you leave, because you can head out as soon as possible just so that you can rest. Before you leave, does anything interfere with next week?
No.
Okay, good. Then feel free to head out. Thank you for playing with us.
Take
Hope
care, everyone.
Hope you feel a little better in the future.
I'm gonna go
Yeah.
get high on pain meds.
Feel
Fair
better,
enough.
Lacey.
Okay. So the other two, while we're discussing this, does anything to interfere with next week for you guys?
I should be good for next week.
Great.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I should be good for next week too. I'll let you know if anything crops up.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, if anything changes, let me know. But we'll pencil it in as a yes for next Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern. And we'll see each other again then. Just so that you guys can leave if you need to. Enrica, tell everybody where they can find you.
Sup, cool cats. Or potential potential cool cats. You can find me here on Twitch, Rika35. I got me a Twitter. Rika35 does art. I have a coffee too, Rika35. I do art. I do video games. And if you're interested, let me know. Or
There's the links in
Okay.
chat if you want to follow those. Go and watch that. Go and watch the live streams. They're really good. I watch them all the time. And last but not least, Jotun, tell everybody where they can find you.
Okay, hello everybody. You can find me here at Jotun Red Wolf on Twitch, and you can find me on Twitter at Jotun Red Wolf CH for channel. I play a variety of video games. I've been playing mostly Diablo on Wednesdays, but I'm playing another tabletop game tomorrow. We're experimenting with the One Ring, so should be fun.
Cool. I must say, because I don't think I've said it yet, Valhalla is a very good greeting.
Thank you.
It's kind of ingenious, and I'm impressed by it. So there's the links as well. So you can find their streams there. They're all very entertaining, so go and watch them. Other bookkeeping. Wednesday we'll have more Seas of Sand. Also, kind of 7:30 p.m. Eastern. We'll see if they get out of the hell chamber that they've just entered themselves into, in which they're cursed by a green flame that is slowly peeling their skin away the longer they stay in that chamber. We'll see if they get out of that, because they almost lost a hand last time. But they haven't escaped yet, so we'll see if they get out. UNT blood sorcery, not a fun thing, apparently, as we've learned. Those snakes, they were up to some nasty stuff. And then, of course, on Fridays at 7:30 p.m. Eastern as well, we have Dreamwalker, which is our campaign that takes place entirely in the dreamscape of a young girl who is possessed by a demon, as the players attempt to excise that demon from within, Inception style. So tune into that one, and you can watch them approach a village full of reptiles. Yes, unfortunately, the Bandy, you did miss this session, but you can go back and catch the VOD. We had to cut it a little bit short just because Glacy was having some pain from a surgery that just occurred. So we ended a little early today. That's why you missed it. So we're just wrapping up. So yeah, check out Dreamwalker. They're about to walk their way into a village full of reptiles that want to eat them. So we'll see if they manage to convince those giant crocodiles that they're not that appetizing of a snack. So that's what's currently going on the channel. So tune into those streams if they interest you. Other than that, that's really all I have for you tonight. I'm glad you enjoyed the fishing so much, because I really like writing those sorts of tables. I like to do all the like little harvesting tables. So
I love fishing.
I always make sure that
fishing in space is fun.
if there's ever a chance where like a party is going through an area that has some sort of significant body of water, like if they're sailing across the ocean or they're visiting a lake, or I know there's going to be a particular pond at an area, then I'll always try to like make a little fishing table with some weird creatures.
Hee hee.
So yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed that. We'll fight that giant shark next time.
Nice.
Fair enough. Yeah, you dislike water fights because of heavy armor classes. That's fair. That's fair. We had a whole debate about that on the last season sand session, in which they were debating whether or not the paladin should take her armor off before they went underwater, and they just decided, never, it's fine. So yeah, tune in next time, and we'll continue our battle against this giant cyclops shark. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for the subs that were gifted during the stream today. That was very, very generous of you. And I'll see you guys on Wednesday. More Seas of Sand. Thank you for the follow as well. Have a good night, everybody. And
Have a good night. Thank you.
Yeah, bye-bye. Night,
Take-
everyone.
Take care, everybody, and have a good night. Apologies for ending the session early, but it does happen sometimes. So we'll just have a shorter night today, and everybody can relax. So have a good night, everyone. Take care.